Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. Welcome to this week's tutorial. I've just wrapped up doing my second class of my online hoop dance flow classes and it's so amazing. I really want to say a huge thank you to all of the hoopers all around the world joining me. It's like absolutely insane. Hundreds of hoopers are turning up to my online hoop classes every week and I'm super duper grateful. So to celebrate, I'm doing this kind of long haul flow session. It's actually just the flow session that came out for me on my Instagram. I'll link that link below because I did it to NSYNC's Gonna Be Me, May. And what I want you to know about this tutorial that's really important, because there are a lot of moving parts, what we're going to do is right at the end of this tutorial, I'm going to break it down slow-mo so you can watch the slow-mo of it as well, because I know that helps a lot of you. All right, let's move into it. You can use any size hoop you like, but I happen to be using a 90 centimeter Poly Pro that feels right for me. I have tried this with some smaller hoops and they just go a little bit faster and you just navigate the space a little bit more differently. But here is how I'm going to break it down for you step by step and then break it down even more. So are you ready? Grab your hoop, let's go. The first move is a flourish to escalator, but we do that without contact, but I'm going to show you how you can do it holding on if you want to be safe, and then how you can do it letting go, which is really, really exciting. I don't know where I learned this move. I think that I learned it from ISO Puppy like 5 years ago at Hoop Camp in California, but whoever is like rocking this move, soon it's going to be you. So then we go into this side to side. This is such an old school move that I can't even remember. It's been that long since I named it. What is this? Anna Hoopalicious, someone tell me. It's cool. Whatever it is, it's cool. I'm going to teach you how to do this real funky style. Then we step out of that, turn to the side, and we just go into this mohawk because we need a little bit of time. So we're going to go here, make some shapes, and then we take the hoop into a forward spin on the side plane. This might be the easiest move in the whole flow session. Then we're going to throw it, we're going to place it ever so precisely on our elbow, like this. Cool, still forwards. Then we're going to do a move that I learned from an incredible circus hooper called Karen in Melbourne. And do we still not know the name of it? It is a elbow flick. Looks like this. Woo! Yes. Then we go into a warrior weave, which I have another tutorial on, behind the back. And you could go into an isolation here, but what I do is bring it up and into shoulder hooping. Great, if you're not shoulder hooping yet, you can go into breaks, you can go into barrel rolls, you can do a whole bunch of stuff here. All right, so that's the first breakdown. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of each move and how to do it. All right, the first move, and let me know in the comments below if you know the name of this, because I'm sure it's got a funky name now. So it is a flourish, and I call a flourish where we do like a hand spin or a let go hand spin. And as we do that flourish, we take our arm up into the sky and then we do a reverse escalator with a hip hold. So it's similar to a lot of the escalators that I do. Now, here's how you can break it down and learn it. If you're doing it in your right hand, you're going to have your right hand kind of in the front of your body. You're going to do the flourish out and around about shoulder height, but quickly take the hand up into the sky. And that is the key to this trick. I feel like that's how I needed to learn it, because if my flourish was out here and I was trying to do an escalator with my arm out here, I'd always hit myself in the head. Because think about it, if my hoop is like here and my arm is out and I'm still kind of contacting it, then it's going to be really close to this side of my head. But if my arm is up here, then when I let go of the hoop, 9 times out of 10, it goes into the right spot. So have a little look. Flourish and take your arm straight up. So by flourish, what I mean is, for me, or for this particular move, because I first bounced it off my opposite side arm, you don't have to do that, but that's just a little transition into it. So you're going to flip the hoop over, let go, and catch again. That's like step one if you're just learning this. Flip the hoop over with enough momentum that it doesn't go too fast, or maybe you want to do it too fast, or it doesn't go too strong and go away from you, but also that it doesn't kind of lose its, like gravity takes over. So enough that you can throw around the hand and catch. And I generally spread out my fingers so that the hoop has contact. The next level to this move though is that you do the flourish and you let go. So it's one swoop, flourish and let go. Did you see my face there? Yes. All right, I'm just gonna hold this position for as long as I can because I wanna show you what's happening without dropping the hoop. So what I did was flourish, and then I personally take both hands up because otherwise this hand doesn't know what to do. It kind of like hangs out here. So when I go to flourish, I flip my hand over and reach to the sky, and I kind of do like showgirl hand because that pushes my hoop back for me. So I'll show you here. Flourish, showgirl hand. Now my hoop is hurtling at a rapid pace towards my back. It bounces off my back and I need to get this hip up. So there are some steps there. Bounce, flourish, showgirl hand, hip. I try to do that slow-mo and in real time. It just doesn't work. It goes into some other dimension. But I want you to have a little go. All right, so here's what could happen, what has happened. If there is anything out there in the ether, it's going to get broken. So let's just be real here, because learning this, usually if you're just too freaked out to go that showgirl hand straight up to the sky, your hoop is going to fly off in any number of directions over there. So please be careful about that. So if you get to the point where you can flourish and catch, but that just feels too scary to let go, all is not lost. You can keep doing this flow session because you can flourish, catch again. Ta-da! You're still there, so it's okay. There's always modifications with every hoop move. Catch, down. Take that hoop, tame that hoop, tell it where you want it to go. Or you could do showgirl hand. See this other, I'm going to try not to make that face. This other hand goes up and then the hip is there to catch it and bring it down. Okay, so then let's say we've done that. Pretty good. Don't forget there's slow-mo at the end as well. You can see my scared face in real time. And then the hoop, if you did all of this in your right hand, the hoop is going to be at your right hip, but the bottom of the hoop is going to be down in between your feet. If you did all of this in your left hand, it will be on the opposite side. If it's not in this position, put it there. Cool? All right. Because what we're going to do now is this side step through. Continuous, that's what it's called, continuous step through, right? Is there another cooler name? All right, so here's how it goes. If you're doing it from your right side, you're going to be to the left of the hoop. You got to get to the right. So what you're going to do is swing the hoop back on the right side or left, wherever you're starting. That same side, knee comes up, head goes through. Now you're on the opposite side. Second hand, thumb towards crotch. Cannot stress that enough. Otherwise, you're just not going to get that cool vibe going on. Then swim the hand back. Head goes through, knee comes up if you like. You can keep your feet grounded if you like. Knee looks cool. Step through, thumb towards crotch. Swim back, step through, thumb towards crotch. Swim back, step through. Some other little things that you'll notice is like you want to keep the hoop on this plane, but sometimes it's going to kind of wobble. It's just going to give it a different effect. Sometimes you can bring it so that you're stepping through it this way. Like you can create your own variations if you like. So we're on the right side, swing back, knee, head, hand, step. Swing back, knee, head, hand, step. Suddenly not looking as cool, but then you can get your groove on. Okay, how does that feel? All right, at some point you're going to want to get out of it. Now, I normally go to the right, thumb towards crotch, swing back, to the left. Maybe I'll do it 2 more times. To the right, to the left. Then I'm in my dominant hand again, my right hand, and that's where it's time to get out of it. And we're going to get out of it really easy. We're simply going to step our feet together. So we're here. Easiest transition ever. Can't say transition, can only do it. And then mohawk. 2 hands or 1 hand, whatever works for you. You're in flow. Going to bring the hoop up and back. However you choose. Then choose your dominant side or your preferred side, whatever. You're going to bring the hoop down. Your thumb will be on the inside towards, in between your hoop and your body. And this is a tricky transition, but get really used to this because this is going to make movements really fast for you. Thumb, fingers towards the sky. 4 fingers, thumb towards the sky. Do you want to see it again? From here, out, thumb, 4 fingers. So basically what you're doing is you're holding onto your hoop. Your thumb is going to be inside your hoop. That's why it will roll on your thumb first. Your fingers are going to go up to the sky as your hoop is rolling on your thumb. And then you bring your fingers in and you take your thumb out. So you do this kind of like together and out because you want to land in this thumb up, fingers out position. So do you want to try that again? It's the little things sometimes seem the trickiest. Step out, thumb, 4 fingers, forward spin. The next part is to take your elbow in. So try not to take your hand all over the place right here. Try not to reach out. Try not to pull in too much. What you're going to do, where your hand is, that's where your elbow is going to go. And the way that you're going to do that is to look for the gap. So when the hoop hits the back of your hand, when the hoop hits the back of your hand, most of the gap is in front. So if you put your elbow in there, it's not going to work. When the hoop hits the front of your hand, all of the gap is at the back. So if you put your elbow in then it's hopefully going to work. But it's quick thinking. So normally, for me, my brain says, oh, the hoop hit the back of your hand, now's the time, because like I'm kind of that slow with it. So now. Now, what you also want to make sure is that your elbow is up high enough, so don't kind of half put your elbow in. So forwards, when the hoop is open at the back, elbow in, and I bring my thumb towards my shoulder, so I know that I'm in good form, good position. Yay. Okay, now it is time to move into this elbow flick. So I'm going to take my arm out like this. The way to do that is elbow in. Now we know, same concept. When the hoop hits the back of my arm, all of the gap is at the front. When the hoop hits my forearm, all the gap is at the back. So I want the hoop to hit the back of my arm. Now, go. What? All right, now here's the wild part. The next time the hoop hits the top of my arm, so it's on the down beat, I'm going to hook my hand around the front, turn, and take my finger to the sky. I'm going to show you that from behind. So, forwards, hand spin, elbow, arm out. When it hits the top of my arm, bend the elbow, hits my wrist, comes to my hand. So now it's touching upper arm, inside forearm, and palm. Looks like this. Forward spin, elbow high out from the shoulder, arm out, bend at the elbow, hook down, turn a full 180. That's really important, so your hoop stays in plane. And now the hoop is going to be at your shoulder, fingers high. So one more time, forward spin. Are you with me? This is worth learning. It's a really beautiful move and you can get some great transitions out of it. Elbow in, arm out, hook, turn, catch. Things that you want to make sure is you take this arm up and fairly close to your ear, not too close, so that the hoop just naturally hooks and places in your hand. And also the direction of your hand is out, scoop, down, up. Try it a few times. Watch out for the chandeliers. And then we can move on to the next part. So once you get to this guy here with your fingers up, what you're going to do is push your arm forward and release into a thumb up position. So you were pointer fingers up, push your arm forward, allow the hoop's momentum to fold or to roll forward very gently, unhook your hand, and then grab thumb up. Now you're in first position for the warrior weave. The warrior weave is when we take the hoop down the side of the body, hook up behind us, so now thumb is up, and then from here you can go into lots of different places, but I'm suggesting that we hinge on. This was a transition that we did, this hinge onto shoulder that we did in my flow class, online flow class recently, so it's fresh. All right, so here we go. Warrior weave, first position, thumb up. Swing down the side of the body. When it comes behind you, you're going to replace your grip. So you push the hoop up, and now your thumb is up and your hand is on the inside. From here, you can drive over the head, leading with the thumb into isolation barrel rolls. You could even do that. You can come into kind of one hand smear type moves, or you can go into shoulder or chest hooping. So I'm going to show you from here. Thumb is up. Swing down the side of the body. Watch your thumb. Thumb is down behind you, and then your hoop is going to come towards your back and thumb is up. From here, you can bring, now it's on the left side of my body. Yeah, it was on the right. So now you can bring the thumb towards the head. So thumb down, or you can manipulate it here to move into something else. Right, ready? Thumb up, down the side of the body. Look at your thumb. Hoop comes towards you, thumb up. Over the head. In any number of directions. Okie dokie, let's flow it through. I know there's a lot of moving parts, so don't forget to watch the slow-mo as well. So we do a little bounce and flourish into reverse escalator. Showgirl hand. Hip out to the side, but don't take it all the way around. If you do, you can kind of do a breaky thing if you like. Then you're going swim back, knee, head, thumb towards crotch. Swim back, knee, head, thumb towards crotch. When you feel ready, you're going to step out of the hoop. Mohawk, side plane, thumb, forefinger, forward spin. Elbow in, arm out. Hook, 180 turn, catch. Warrior weave to shoulder hooping. One more time. We can do it. Flourish, reverse escalator. Step, 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 step. Behind. Forward spin. Elbow. Arm out. Hook, 180 turn. Warrior weave onto the body. Yay. Okay, there was a lot in there. I hope that you're finding new pathways. That's what it's all about. That's what a lot of hoopers ask me for. Lots and lots of flow sessions. I'll make sure to link down below the original of this that I took this inspiration from, and also any of the other links or any of the other things that I've talked about. Now it's time for you to go and play. I hope that you love this tutorial. Let me know in the comments below. Give it a thumbs up. Do all the things that you do on YouTube. Big hoop love. Oh, don't forget the slow-mo. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.